Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wes-Del High School, Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, K. Saunders Court for tonight's junior varsity game between the visiting Panthers of Eastbrook High School and your Wes-Del Warriors. Let's meet the Panthers. Their roster includes number 2, Jace Kilgore, number 4, Owen Kelly, number 12, Blake Jacobs, number 20, Blaze Pinkerton, number 21, Braden Martin, number 24, Mason Sanders, number 30, Josiah Skase, and number 32, Isaac Green. Starting tonight for the Panthers, a 5'8" freshman guard, number 10, Landon Trofe. A 6-foot freshman guard, number 15, Caden Jones. A 5'10" sophomore guard, number 22, Miles Brown. A 5'11" freshman forward, number 34, Logan Herring. And a 6'2" junior forward, number 50, Aiden Berryhill. Head coach of the Panthers is Brett Wilson. Warrior fans, here are your Wes-Del Warriors. The roster includes number 10, Ethan Stafford, number 14, Chris Lopez, number 20, Holy New, number 30, Jordan King, and number 33, Zach Gillum. Starting tonight for the Wes-Del Warriors, a 5'7" freshman guard, number 3, Noah Purdue. A 5'8" sophomore guard, number 4, Brady Leisure. A 6'1" sophomore guard, number 24, Brody Becerra. A 6-foot sophomore forward, number 25, Ryan Stevenson. And a 5'11" sophomore forward, number 32, Ryder Mock. The head coach of the Warriors is Zach Todd. Your officials tonight, Jay Edwards and Bob Todd. Logan Herring. For foul number 34, Logan Herring. Wagner Hawk will shoot 2. William Sarah returns for Wes-Del.
Wes-Del foul on number 30, Jordan King. Jones checks in for Eastbrook. Wes-Del foul on number 30, Jordan King. Landon Trofe will shoot 2. Lopez checks in for Wes-Del. Miles Brown. Their halftime score, Wes-Del 18, Eastbrook 14. Eastbrook foul on number 50, Aiden Berryhill. Noah Purdue will shoot 2. Eastbrook takes a 30-second timeout. Competing, that would be Zach Reno, Dallas Godby, and Luke Powers. The Fort Wayne Semi-State starts at 9 a.m. That's at the Fort Wayne Coliseum. Last basket by Logan Herring. Eastbrook foul on number 34, Logan Herring. Mason Sanders reports in for Eastbrook. Miles Brown. Noah Purdue. Brecken Stevenson. Wes-Del foul on number 25, Brecken Stevenson. Mason Sanders will shoot 2. Blaze Pinkerton checks in for Eastbrook. Zach Gillum checks in for Wes-Del. Blaze Pinkerton. Wes-Del foul on number 14, Chris Lopez. Caden Jones. After 3 quarters, your score, Wes-Del 27, Eastbrook 23.
Eastbrook foul number 24, Mason Sanders. Eastbrook foul number 34, Logan Herring. Brecken Stevenson will shoot 2. checks in for Eastbrook. For Wes-Del, number 10, Ethan Stafford. Eastbrook takes a full timeout. Wes-Del foul on number 25, Brecken Stevenson. Caden Jones. Eastbrook foul on number 50, Aiden Berryhill. Chris Lopez checks in for Wes-Del. Aiden Berryhill. Wes-Del takes a full timeout.
Grandparents game on tonight. If you have
Already, please head to the cafeteria.
Eastbrook takes a full time.
Wrestlers Zach Reno, Dallas Godby, and Luke Powers are competing. That's tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the Fort Wayne Semi-State at the Fort Wayne Coliseum. Eastbrook foul on number 15, Caden Jones. Wes-Del takes a full timeout. Wes-Del foul on number 3, Noah Purdue. Logan Herring will shoot 2. Wes-Del takes a 30-second timeout. Your final score, Eastbrook 34, Wes-Del 32. Varsity action coming up. and Connie Jones. Next, we have Julian Carpenter, escorted by his Nana, Marilyn Carpenter, and Mimi, Judy Key. Next is Carter Flynn, escorted by grandparent Linda Creek. They are followed by Graydon Hensley, escorted by grandparents Bill and Nancy Yates and Kathy Hensley. Next, we have Josiah Love, escorted by his Nana and Papa, John and Gail Clark. And he's also honoring Meemaw Joan Love and Granddad and Grammy, Don and Sandy Love. Next, we have Evan Luzatter, escorted by grandparents Ted and Diane Luzatter and Papa Johnny Massey. Next, we have Grayson Mealy, escorted by grandparents Camille and Ed Mealy and Janet Morris. Now we have Hayden Browning, escorted by grandparents John and Diane Jacobs. Next is Bailey Combs, escorted by grandparent Ron Elam. Next is Ansley Draper, escorted by grandparent Nancy Draper. And now we have Ava Whitmire, escorted by grandparent Alan Dittmeyer. Folks, grandparents are the pillars of our families, offering wisdom, love, and countless stories that shape who we are. Let's take this opportunity to show our love and gratitude towards them. They've given us so much, and tonight we're here to give them some joy back. Let's all celebrate our grandparents tonight with an enthusiastic standing ovation. Thank you.
Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome in to Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, K. Saunders Court on the campus of Wes-Del High School. We've got a good one for you tonight. I'm the superintendent, Kyle Mealy. Alongside me is Coach McLaughlin and Mr. Producer Andrew Romine. Coach, it's been a little while since we've been in here. We've been on the road to Blackford, but we're back at it, and this is our last game of the CIC trip. And as we've mentioned, CIC is always a tough conference, and we found that to be true so far. But tonight against Eastbrook, I think it's going to be a good measuring stick for us as we move forward into sectional play.
Yeah, if you remember last year's game at Eastbrook, came down to the very last shot, and Eastbrook pulled it out on their home court. Let's hope that if it is a close game, we can find a way to get that win and, like you said, top off this MEC versus the CIC with a victory over Eastbrook Panthers visiting team.
And you're watching the Star Financial Bank, Van Mater Reed, Caldwell Banker Realty pregame. We want to thank both our sponsors, Star Financial Bank and the Caldwell Banker Van Mater Reed Realty Group, for sponsoring our pregame. As we mentioned, going into some look at Eastbrook Panthers, they come into it with three key players, and those are number 24, Jaden Younts, number 2, Draven Collins, and number 33, Bodie Howell. If you're going to put those on your scorecard, be looking for those three, and here's why. Jaden Younts leading the team in scoring at 12 points a game, and then you've got Bodie Howell coming in with 11.4 a game, and Draven Collins at just under 10 at 9.2. So almost just about half of their scoring comes from those three individuals. Something to look at with the Younts is he is the best overall scorer, but he's also a great shooter. He's usually making about 3.1 three-pointers a game. And then you look at Bodie Collins, who's solid from the mid-range, which is a lost art, as you and I both know. The mid-range game, It harkens back to our time. And he will also attack with his right hand and finish well. So look for him coming off the dribble to his right. And then the number 2, Draven Collins, is a solid shooter who's also solid finishing on his left side. So they've got Collins who can go left, Howell can go right, and then you got Younts who can do it all. So looking over at the Warriors, as we've mentioned, their top leader has been all season long, Josiah Love. Had a good game against Blackford. It didn't turn out well for us. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go on in the pregame. He had a decent game coming off of the toughest game of the season for him, where he only had 7 before that against, was that Madison Grant, I believe?
Yes.
Yes. And so following him up in the scoring is still, again, Julian Carpenter at 3.7, and then you've got Becerra at 7.5. The Achilles heel for the Warriors has been not enough balanced scoring. They've only been getting scoring from 1, 2, sometimes 3 players, and as you know, Coach, you got to get scoring from a little bit more. Do you think that's a focus going into the sectional?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you, as a coach, you look at where could we get better, what are we doing that adjustments that we can make on our end, and one of those things is trying to maybe run a couple sets for some other guys, or looking for option number 2 off of, Josiah is probably going to be option number 1 a lot of times, or Julian be option number 1 coming off of plays. So can we look for that number 2, number 3 guy? And when you do, you have to actually, be ready to shoot, ready to score. Going back and looking at some of the film, I went back and watched the Blackford game. I thought we had some open shots. You got to shoot them with confidence, and some of them just didn't fall, but you got to continue to take those shots because, like you said, 2 guys are easier to guard than 4 or 5 guys. So we got to find that complementary scoring from somewhere.
And the Warriors are going to be looking at a non-switching man-to-man defense from Eastbrook. I don't know that they run a lot of zone, but in looking at the games that they probably scouted on us, they would probably look at it if need be, because we have struggled again against the zone trying to get the shots to fall, and it can be a little bit of a challenge for us. If it's man versus zone, which one of those works in our favor in your estimation?
Well, I like us when we're playing against man when we're using our screens, and it seems like early in the game we get a lot of good action, good stuff off of that. I don't know, I'll have to watch a little closer tonight where we struggle in the second, third quarter. Sometimes we're just not either coming off those screens well, we get a moving screen, get a little tentative, or something's changed because or giving credit to the other team. maybe they have changed their adjustment defensively. But we have to be able to score. I like us against man-to-man. I think we're hard to guard. We have several guys that can shoot and put the ball on the floor. But you got to be prepared for either one. I think we'll see a majority of man-to-man tonight. So we're going to have to use those screens, and we're going to have to come off of them hard.
One thing the Warriors have struggled with at times, but then they flourished, and we've probably seen them play their best, is really in the hustle category. If we're not blocking out, going after the rebounds, we're giving second shots up, and we're not on the floor going after the loose balls, it seems to me that our energy is a lot different in that game than if we're early on, we're blocking out, we're not giving up second shots, and we're diving after loose balls, just those hustle plays. I think we're a team, in my opinion, that works better when we're really going after the hustle plays. It gives us all energy. Would you agree that that's a key we need to look at tonight?
Yeah, energy, and as a coach, you never want to have to coach energy and effort. That should be a constant. But you're right, teams can rally around just that energy that you bring and the energy that you give. A charge play can change the whole momentum of a streak that the other team may be on. You can get a dive for a loose ball where you come up with one you might not have thought you were going to get. All those hustle plays all start adding up. And if it's going the other way, it's going to have the adverse effect on you too. You feel like nothing's going your way. Sometimes you have to make things go your way. You got to be dictate how the outcome's going to come on your end. And you can always play hard. You can always give effort. That should always be a constant.
And it's time now, as Coach mentioned, he always does this. He gets to sit down with Coach Burkett and talk a little bit about the past and what we're getting ready to see tonight in the coaches sit down. This is brought to you by American Pest Professionals and Dowling Dumpster Rentals. Let's take you to it. It's Coach Mack, Coach Burkett talking about our game tonight.
Hello and welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Coach McLaughlin, back here again with Coach Burkett. Coach, how we doing?
Doing all right.
A little bit of a weird week this week with some weather issues and a game during the middle of the week.
Yep.
Always, this time of year, it seems like you get those weird schedules, and then weather always throws a little bit of a wrinkle in for us coaches. Yeah. And so how did you navigate this week? We can go back and talk a little bit about the Blackford game, a good team that we played on the road, and then we dealt with a little bit of weather.
Yeah, we did. So Monday, obviously, we had one day to prep for Blackford. So we spent a lot of time talking about them and working on getting ready for them. Then we played Tuesday, didn't shoot it super well. They did. That tends to be the trend right now, unfortunately for us. But honestly, we fixed the areas that we were struggling in of not giving up a bunch of offensive rebounds and not turning the basketball over. So we did a much better job in that game of doing those things better. But we got to make the shots now. So if we can put it all together, I think we're going to be okay. Of course, we didn't get to practice Wednesday, so we didn't get to watch that film together. That was their homework, so to speak, for Wednesday, was to watch their game film from Tuesday at home, and then yesterday we got to practice to get ready for our game tonight.
Yeah, so tonight, again, we continue this CIC tour that we have with another CIC team coming in Eastbrook, and they are a scrappy team that plays hard, first-year coach. So, anytime you're playing a program that's got a new coach, it's always a little bit interesting to see how they are. It's different from year to year, and possibly could see something that you don't really know or expect, because they're kind of learning as they go too.
Yeah, sure. So he was their girls' coach, so he's been there for a while, had a lot of success on the girls' side, so I'm sure the boys know him pretty well, or knew him pretty well coming in. And so he's won. He's a winner, and he's brought that winning mentality to the boys' side, and they've played pretty well this year. I think they're about 500 right now, but they've played a pretty good schedule, and they've played with some pretty good teams. Even the games they've lost, they've been close with some good teams. And they returned the guys that beat us last year. The guys that were playing really well. The Collins kid, he's going to be super athletic. He can shoot outside, can get to the rim. Younce is playing with a lot of confidence in his sophomore year, shooting it really well. He's shooting 41%, making over 3 3-pointers a game, shooting 7 of them, almost 8. And then Howell, he killed us last year driving to the basket over and over again. So we're going to have to try and match their athleticism, play a little harder than they play. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but we've got to match it and defend.
Yeah, and it's getting to that time of year too, where you start looking at forward towards that sectional. You know, as coaches, we're always kind of looking in the moment, but you also have to look ahead as prepare to get closer here to sectional time. So, you know, we have a couple of games at home, luckily left, and you know, things that you were just talking about. The biggest thing this time of year, I think, is figuring out, ensuring up some of the problems that you have, and then getting that confidence back. And I feel like, you know, this is a stretch of games where we could probably do that.
Yeah, we'd like to. It starts obviously tonight. This would be a big one for us. Last year we felt like they stole one from us. We felt like we should have won the game. They were young. That was a young group last year, and we were very veteran. We were old. I mean, we felt like we should have won it. Yeah. This year it's not necessarily just like a gimme game. They're going to be very tough, very physical. They're playing with confidence. They've got a lot of experience now in that group, and they're just playing with confidence. So it's going to be a great challenge for us here down the stretch. But you love these games, and if you can find a way to win these, then that you can take that momentum into sectional.
And then finally, it's Grandparents' Night. Yeah. Always special. Love to see that tradition continuing, and I love the fact that grandparents play such a big role in our players and our kids' lives. You know, if it's nothing more than just picking them up when they're little and helping out and giving parents a break too. Sometimes just being their biggest cheerleaders in the stand. So I know that's an important night for you too, to honor those grandparents. Yeah,
my grandparents for me are some of the biggest influences in my life and shaped who I am today. And I know it's the same for our guys, and they're excited, I think, to honor their grandparents before the game today. And so we're excited for that moment. I'm sure as the grandparents, and I'm not there, but eventually I'll be there. Yeah. That's got to feel good as a grandparent for your grandkids to want to, you know, honor you and give you a little card and write some nice things to you. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to, you know, you don't always get along with parents every day when you come home, but it seems like you always do with grandparents. Yeah. They're always happy to see you, and it's probably because they don't have to keep you and they get to send you back. They get to send you home. But, a special night. So that'll be fun. So good luck tonight, Coach, against Eastbrook. Let's get this thing rolling and get these games going in our direction right here as we head towards sectional. All right, let's do it.
And we're back. A great sit down there with Coach Mack and Coach Burkett. I want to thank Dowling Dumpster Rentals, American Pest Professionals, for sponsoring our coaches sit down. So we've got just about a minute left before we're going to take it down to the floor. It's time to get into the budget blinds. Coach Mack, keys of the game. So, Coach, take it away.
Yeah, offensively, let's handle their pressure tonight. Let's execute our action. In the half court, want to make sure we run our sets and we get what we want out of our sets and make sure we're dictating the offense. Extend possessions by crashing the offensive glass. Defensively, let's contest all three-point shots from number 2, number 24, number 3 by hands up on shooters. Contain them off the bounce. That means off the dribble. We want to make sure that we keep them in front. We've struggled with that a little bit. Let's see if we can do a better job tonight. Find a body on the shots that go up and get a rebound. Always limiting the other team to one shot's a great thing. Let's see if we can do that tonight.
It's a budget blinds. Coach Mack, keys of the game. Let's take it to the floor to Biff Wilson, voice of the Warriors, for the national anthem and the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wes-Del High School, Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, K. Saunders Court, for tonight's varsity game featuring the visiting Eastbrook Panthers and your Wes-Del Warriors. At this time, please rise and join the Iceman, Connor Martin, and the Wes-Del Band in honoring our country as they play our national anthem. let's meet the Eastbrook Panthers. Their roster includes number 2, Raven Collins. Number 10, Matthew Slater. Number 15, Caden Jones. Number 22, Miles Brown. And number 50, Aiden Berryhill. Starting tonight for the Panthers, a 6-foot sophomore guard, number 3, Kyler Hackman. A 6'3" sophomore forward, number 20, Malachi Luthi. A 6-foot sophomore guard, number 24, Jaden Yunts. A 6'1" junior guard, number 33, Bodie Howell. And a 6'3" senior forward, number 34, Reed Opperly. Head coach of the Eastbrook Panthers is Jeff Liddick. Get on your feet. Here are your Wes-Del Warriors. The roster includes number 3, Carter Flynn. Number 4, Brady Leisure. Number 14, Layden Hensley. Number 20, Luke Woodyard. Number 24, Brody Becerra. Number 32, Riker Mock. Number 33, Elijah Durr. And number 54, Brecken Stevenson. Starting tonight for the Warriors, a 5'11" senior guard, number 10, Gabe Becerra. A 6'1" sophomore forward, number 22, Evan Zatter. A 5'11" junior guard, number 23, Julian Carpenter. A 5'11" senior guard, number 25, Josiah Love. And a 5'10" senior forward, number 34, Grayson Neely. Assisted by Mike Dowling, Zach Conroy.
And there you have it, the starting lineup brought to you by our scoreboard sponsor, Star Financial Bank. You see them just scrolling down there at the bottom of your screen. Star Financial Bank, the official bank of Wes-Del since a young man from Mississippi broke the world in rock and roll by shaking his hips. And we're underway. Eastbrook gets it first here, Coach. We'll see what we're in.
Looks like we're in man-to-man. I think you'll see us. Looks like we're not switching right away, so we'll gonna have to fight through screens. We're gonna have to talk through screens if we're not gonna switch.
And the Eastbrook Panthers on the floor now is Hackman, Luthi, Younts, Howell, and Apperly. And the shot is up and good. And that is made by Malachi Luthi. And that's a good sign for the Panthers. Only averaging 47 a game, Coach. We're averaging 55. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, sometimes that can be deceiving depending on who you're playing, but yeah, that's a quick start for them.
Becerra off, a good block out by the Panthers, and it's on the other end now.
It's pretty much the same Eastbrook team that we played last year, and so they are veterans. There's a
little in and out, and I think we've got an over the back on a block out there by Grayson Mealy. So first foul of the game.
Yeah, it's a good block out by Grayson. Get in between your man and the basket. That's what you're wanting to do on a block out. The floater right there, I think he would have been best served to just take that right at the basket and probably would have gotten a nice bucket out of it, but it worked out for the Warriors.
I agree with that. Foul was on Opperly. That's his first, game's first. Grayson looking inside, tried to get it up and in. It's off, rebound, put back. Oh, cannot believe it didn't go down for Josiah Love. Here come the Panthers. Hard drive to the basket and the kick out.
One of the keys to the game.
It's a charge. Got to be a charge. And it is a charge taken by Evan Lazatter.
One of the keys to taking the charge is you got to take contact. You got to be willing to take the contact. You can't fall early. You can't slide your feet. Got to be set, and he did a great job there getting position and taking the charge.
Jaden Youns picks up his first there with the offensive player control foul.
Really backing off. Now they're almost in a matchup zone. Really travel.
Yeah. So that's the first turnover on the Wes-Del Warriors.
Sometimes this happens, you know. You get both teams a little antsy here. See if they can both settle in.
Looks like they're doing a lot of screens off the elbow, so. And then that one.
That's a nice back cut.
Yeah, a good score there by number 33, Brody Howe. He gets started.
You go back and watch that. It'll come off a screen on the opposite side. That timing has to be good on that play, and it was.
Looks like they're
staying at home, but they're
almost traveled there.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to set their feet and hit a shot.
Like a triangle 2 is what we're looking at here.
That one knocked away, stays here with the Warriors. So 5-0 start, 5:36 to go here on the Star Financial scoreboard. You'll see the corporate sponsor for the athletic department scrolling in the right-hand side, just on the right side of the period or quarter mark. There is Becerra for 3.
I really like Becerra when he has his feet set on those threes. I know I say that every game. When he doesn't rush it and he has those feet set, always looks like it has a chance.
Coach, are they getting a little deep early? Is that
yes, and we've struggled guarding the penetration in a few games here, so got to have built-in help side. First key is just don't let your guy beat you. We got beat off the dribble right there.
And an easy dump down as the help had to come forward, and that is, I believe.
Was it 24?
Apperly, was that 34 Apperly?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a dump down, yes.
Becerra gets his feet set, shot fake, inside to Grayson. Grayson up and scores it. Nice little offensive play there. Assist to Becerra. Mealy finishes it up.
You can see what their key is to really get into Josiah and Carpenter. So the other guys are going to have opportunities to score.
That one off. Here comes the Warriors in transition, but the Panthers back to handle that. We don't really push it hard in transition. It's not our style. And that one kind of wild for Josiah. And it doesn't look like the Panthers have that style either. We left the ball there, Coach.
That's only a 2, but that's probably could have dribbled in another 3 steps if he wanted to.
Is that a good assessment? Are we a team that doesn't really push hard in transition unless it's there?
Yeah, it's not our. I mean, we'll take it, but no, it's not our. It's not necessarily our key. That was thrown.
That one was
way over his head.
Way out of there, and that little boy there eating some chips in the front row just about lost his Doritos. Into the game now is going to be number 10. That's Matthew Slater. He's going to give Opperly a break. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. And we also want to say thank you to everyone that is a Warrior fan and a Panther fan if you're watching. We appreciate having you in.
Carter Flynn also slides in there for the Warriors.
Yeah, good pickup, Coach. Ooh, little nickel dimer out here. And that one is Slater. He just got in the game. He picks up his first foul. 3:40 to go. Good ball game. 7-5 right now. Lead is to Eastbrook.
This is definitely a triangle 2 from Eastbrook. What that means is if they're playing a zone with 3 guys and they're guarding man-to-man with Josiah and Julian to not let them get shots.
I think we got to move the ball better.
Just got to move it quick.
Yeah.
Move it quick. You've got built-in help when you do that.
Carter Flynn from the corner. That one's off.
I like the aggressiveness.
Ball tipped around.
Loose balls.
King Julian with a shot fake, and it's off. His own rebound, back up again, and he scored it.
Time you get 3 chances, good things usually happen.
King Julian on the board with 2, and we've spread out the scoring a little bit already. 3 scorers for the Warriors, 7-7 tied. And that one almost knocked away. It is finally knocked away. Late foul call. They're going to get Gabe Becerra, I believe.
A little too many hands in there in the cookie jar.
It is Gabe Becerra. Coach, you got them all. Cookie jar. Don't get caught.
You don't want to get your hand caught in the cookie jar.
Speaking of cookie jars, it's grandparents' night. And one of my favorite memories of my one of my grandmas is snickerdoodle cookies. Coach, do you have anything you can specifically remember from your grandparents?
I thought you were going to ask me if I like snickerdoodle.
I already know the answer to that.
My grandma was a really good cook. She made biscuits and gravy anytime I would go visit her in St. Louis. And that was something that she would get up in the morning and make for me anytime I was there. And a lot of great memories, but that's one of them. Got a moving screen here.
Is that going to be on?
That's on Josiah Love.
Josiah Love. I never took you for a biscuits and gravy guy.
Well, this body was built on biscuits and gravy right here. That's what my doctor said at the last visit.
I do love Grandparents' Night. What a special night. I know you started that years ago, and I really appreciate that Josh Burkick has continued that. That drive to the basket, I feel, is just so easy right now. And that one was Jaden Younts.
I like his game.
Again, got to stop that drive.
He's only a sophomore.
There we go. Josiah Love hard to the basket, and he scores 2. And now 4 scores on the board for the Warriors. Like the balance early.
Yep.
And the same thing for the Panthers. They have 4 scores, so both teams have to be happy early.
Josiah comes into tonight needing 38 points, so that'll take him down to 36. As you can see the counter over there.
Are we helping up too much on the drive?
You want me to be totally honest with you? We're getting beat right off the dribble.
Yeah, got to keep the ball in front.
The first guy in front is getting beat off the dribble, and if that happens, like right there, that's good defense from Eastbrook. We're getting beat initially off the dribble.
And a great strip there. That leads to the 3rd turnover for the Warriors, and here come the Panthers with an 11-9 lead with 1:30 to go.
You can't guard your own guy, then the other guys have to help. And then that allows somebody to slip in from behind. So Grayson just got to keep him in front right here, and good things will happen. It's over and back.
And it is an over and back call.
Just ball pressure. You don't have to make a steal every time. If you get good ball pressure, your buddy can get the steal. You can get a deflection. You can just put pressure. You think they want to run their offense right at the half-court line? I can tell you the answer to that. No, they don't. So the pressure right there caused by Grayson caused the turnover.
Want to say hello to a couple people in the chat, and if you'd like us to say hello, there's another turnover as I'm talking. 4th turnover of the game. Take that charge. Oh. Jump ball. Want to say hi to the Becerras in the chat. Sport Family, Super Nugs, and the Karate Spidey group. Everybody in there. And a special hello tonight to Mrs. Producer on a special Valentine's Day. I'm sure, knowing Mr. Producer, he went all out.
Valentine's edition.
She's probably covered in gifts and chocolates.
Carter Flynn open.
A little short. Durr tried to save it. Elijah Durr comes into the game for Grayson Mealy a couple of possessions back. Coach, I'm sure you did give Mrs. McLaughlin something special tonight, and maybe flowers and chocolates.
Well, no flowers. Did have some chocolates, and
is she a certain chocolate fan? There's
yes,
a 3.
Yeah, yes, chocolate.
There's a 3, and that was Kyler Hackman with the 3.
It's it's a special day.
It sure is. It always has been.
I'm not even going to ask you.
Don't even go there. We touched the out-of-bound line. That was actually going to be a design play there. That's a play we run where we do the skips, but we hit the
drive down the baseline, throw the drift pass over to the shooter in the corner, and that time we stepped out of bounds. 13 seconds to go here.
Ooh, looks like he carries just a little bit, but those don't get called anymore. I'm an old timer. 3 on the way, and it's off. See if the Warriors can get this off. Only 1 to play. Throws it, and it is short. After 1 here in Richard E. Johnson, it's 14-9, the Panthers lead. We'll be back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here. I want to say hello to a special guest who just got into the chat. Coach's daughter, Cameron McLaughlin. She's watching from Disney Springs.
Bet you it's warmer there than it is
It's
here.
a lot better there.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, Cameron.
There you go, right from your dad. Right, especially to you. Go down and get, what ice cream is it?
Ghirardelli.
Go to Ghirardelli and get your dad's favorite just to think about him. Mint chocolate chip.
Yeah,
there it is.
Chip.
You don't get any syrup on that, do you? Just straight
I'm not
up.
opposed to it, but hot fudge or hot caramel or
Biscuits and gravy from Grandma with a
biscuits
scoop,
and gravy on.
with a scoop of mint chocolate chip
There
on
you
top.
go. Absolutely.
We're back at it, second quarter here, 14-9, Eastbrook's ball. They are leading. Durr, Becerra, Love, Lazatter, and Carpenter in for the Warriors. Trying to do better. It looks like they might have talked about it. Skip pass to the three, and it's off, but the rebound, and we got a foul
two
call.
shots.
It's going to be Carpenter, I believe, and that would be his first.
Similar play to what we ran there when you were talking about. That was a drift pass over to the shooter in the corner. We stopped it, but then it didn't come up with the initial rebound.
Foul is the first on Carpenter at the line here. Shooting two is number 34. That's Reed Opperly. And he gets the second one, so one of two for Reed. And the Warriors now trailing by 6.
A little different look, 1-3-1.
And they threw it right in there. Lazy pass is the 5th turnover of the night for the Warriors. Got to stay down. Got to stay down, and we don't.
Struggling to guard off the bounce here. We talked about that in the pregame. That's one of the things that Coach and I talked about is he'd like to see us do a better job defending.
Malachi Luthi with that one. We're rolling all over the place, and we get a travel. That's going to be the 6th turnover in the first half for the Warriors. And it's going to issue back in Grayson Mealy, number 34, and he's going to take the place of Gabe Becerra. So they'll be moving Lazatter to the guard position, and we'll have Elijah Durr. Do we have some blood?
We got a trainer issue, yeah.
Little blood.
It's like maybe a bloody nose. They're going to have to clean the floor up for a
Some
second.
blood on the dance floor, it looks
I think
like.
that on that loose ball, two guys just going after it, nothing intentional there.
No
but
better opportunity than to introduce the cheerleaders, Coach.
Absolutely. Let me do that for you tonight. Ava Whitmire, Tori Clark, Bailey Combs, Hayden Browning, Jenna Woodson, Gracie Penrod, Kirsten Ronan, Valerie Clark, Nevaeh Bevelheimer, Nevaeh Scott, Nevaeh Copcho, Ansley Draper, Letty Watt, and as always coached by Tori Purdue and Emma Bright.
And we appreciate you cheerleaders. A little Valentine's Day pom-poms there
Yeah.
with the pink.
Coach Knuckles out there trying to make sure that we get all the blood cleaned up. And
Listen, I've got no room to talk, but poor Coach Knuckles, he's overcompensating for the baldness with that chin hair.
yeah, he's got a beard going there, doesn't he?
That thing's going down there. You wouldn't have let him play like that back in the day.
No, clean facial hair.
Yeah,
and
clean facial hair.
you got to have a clean haircut and clean facial hair, but that's why I'm old and got out.
Did you have, and are you willing to say about Grandparents' Night, did you have a special name for your grandparents, or were they just Grandma and Grandpa?
Just Grandma and Grandpa. Yeah, we were, I guess, pretty boring about that.
Yeah. I had Mama and Papa, and then
Yeah.
Granny, and then Grandpa. But we actually, because my mom called my grandpa Dad so much, we got in the habit of sometimes calling him Dad.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it was when you're little. Hey, it's a perfect opportunity, though, to transition to the War Zone. The proud sponsor of the War Zone is Home to Home Realty Group. And there's no place like home, which is WD's home for those two ladies. If you're in the need for a home, we've got two great options that are sponsors of the Wes-Del Sports Network. We've got Home to Home Realty Group, and we've got the Van Mater Reed Caldwell Banker Realty Group. Both. You can't make a mistake.
Great options, and I'm telling you what, you almost can't watch this live stream without buying a house.
I don't think
we
you can.
have so many good options for
And
you.
when you do buy a house, there's one other option you can go to, and that is Chris Patterson at Budget Blinds. He will do anything you want for window treatments, shades, accordion, blinds, whatever you want. And you know what? If you call him today, say that Mr. Mealy said he'd like to be set up on a blind date.
Well, if you're digging yourself in a hole there, you may not be able to. But it is Valentine's Day. Maybe you would today. Special blind date special.
17-9. I think he missed that. We should have got that promo going.
I like that little set play out of a timeout there from Eastbrook. Double ball screens going on different action. Running some nice sets. Coach Liddick, first-year coach here, but a long-time coach.
Girls coach,
doing
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and it was long-time assistant for the boys. Doing a good job.
We're dropping a little bit more inside here with trying to run that switching man-to-man. It's just all about effort right now to keep the ball in front of us.
Yeah, anytime people want to run that weave, ball screen stuff, just switch it. Just don't get beat on a slip. That's what they're looking for because they run these backups. There it is right there. They just didn't throw it.
17-9. It has been a scoreless second quarter so far for the Warriors. Spin move inside, dump out to a three. On that drive, you've got to set your feet and take a charge.
Throw into the post here, double down.
Good long defensive possession by the Warriors.
Got to come up with a stop here.
Looked like a couple extra steps, but
yeah,
they're going to get the foul call. Could have been either way.
Slid right over at the last second. Probably the right call, as much as I hate to admit it, but they really initially a pretty good job. The switching man has given them a little bit more trouble, at least on that possession.
Speaking of trouble, foul trouble, Julian Carpenter gets called for that one. No, excuse me. It's going to be called on Lazatter. They changed it, which is a good thing. That means Lazatter has one and Carpenter only has one. So I got to make some changes here. Oh, that one could have been an over the back, but it's lost anyway, and it's going to go back over to the Warriors. Warriors have 6 turnovers. Eastbrook with 3 right now in the early going, and who was at the line on that? I didn't see.
That was yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah, sorry.
There's another turnover as that one's stolen away. And up and off, and now the Warriors have it on the rebound, and they're in transition. Carpenter, head of steam, out to Love for 3. It's off. And here comes the Panthers.
2 teams that don't push it, right?
And boom, yeah, 2 teams that don't push it, and all of a sudden they are. And that was number 33.
So that's
Lodi Howe.
Lazatter's going to pick up his second here in about a minute's time. He picks up 2 quick ones.
Brody Howe has the buy one, get one as he stands at the line with the opportunity of the free one. We're going to get to see Luke Woodyard for the first time tonight. Lazatter, tough one on the second foul, hustling back, and really not much you could do. He does miss the free throw.
Luckily, they have not shot their free throws real well.
We haven't gotten
1-3-1 action here. You got to get somebody screen. I mean, there's several different ways to attack it, but you got to move it because you're going to see a trap. Some teams will trap out of it, some won't. Looks like they are going to at certain times.
Grayson Mealy inside. He's off, grabbing his own rebound and scores it.
Stays with it, attaboy.
And it's now 20-11, and that's some of the first post action we've seen here tonight in a long time. The Warriors not known for their post play, and they've scored about 6 points from down in the block. Might be something they can continue to look at. That's going to be a 3 on the way. Off, rebound to Grayson Mealy, and here come the Warriors. Love's got it. Love trying to make it around the corner. Spin move inside, no call, and it's a turnover.
They're just beating us back. That was a pretty quick kid right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hal has been
he got down the floor quickly.
Very quick. This pressure is causing us to be a little worrisome. That one thrown away, and that is going to be turnover number 9. Knocked away and out of bounds. And here comes his mass substitutions for the Warriors. It will be Carter Flynn and Becerra, and Love's going to take a seat, and Woodyard's going to take a seat.
Coach is talking to him about something defensively, I'm guessing.
22-11, not a great second quarter here for the Warriors. They've only scored 2, and there we lost them again in a inbounds play.
Didn't talk on the switch right there. Okay, so 1-3-1. You got to either screen the middle or screen the bottom. I always love screening the bottom because he has to come out there, and there's no one to guard him if you do.
Another turnover. 3 on the way.
Transition, wow. That was a quick 3.
They're out hustling this at this point. They got a jump ball. That was a quick jump ball. It's going to go to the Warriors, and here comes Love back into the game. And a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. And I think we called it, didn't we?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Full timeout. We're going to take a quick one. We'll be back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we have, I got to address comment in the chat. I think I know who that's from. And that is false. That's fake news. That was cutting my hair short by choice. And it was because I couldn't do anything. My hair was so bad. So back in the day. So I always had a buzz cut. So that is not true. And I think I knew who that is. I'm just guessing. I'll leave it at that. Now I do have problems with balding, but I also choose to cut it. Nice take by Carpenter.
He went up and almost guided that in with his left hand as he was making room with his right.
Julian Carpenter with his second basket and a nice take, one of those aggressive takes.
I'm going to have to call that one.
Grayson doesn't agree. And I always tell him, I go, you know, being the stronger guy is not always the problem, but they think it is. I mean, you got to call something there. I agree because he ran right into it.
I don't think Coach loved it either. But again,
and the ball doesn't lie.
They are hurting themselves from the free throw line. Thank goodness.
No, but I'm going to give Bodie Howe a lot of credit. He has 8 in this this first half. And if he gets it in transition, that kid is quick.
Flying down the court.
He gets the second one. So Howell is, with a full head of steam, he's tough to stay in front of. It's 25-13. Becerra inside, trying to find it out to Carter Flynn. That pass was never going to make it.
There he comes.
Hal is a quick kid. Please tell me he plays football.
I'm guessing he does. If he doesn't, he needs to. I'm sure he probably does.
And Flynn leaves and Love returns.
Only a junior.
A very quick kid. And I hope he runs track in the spring.
They only have 2 seniors on the team.
I've been impressed with them.
They play hard.
Yeah, I mean.
CIC team, we aren't surprised that they play hard. Nice fake.
They do a nice job of faking, and then they're hard off the drive. 3 ball.
That's one of those seniors we said they only have 2, and there was one of them.
It's Kyler Hackman. Wasn't that Hackman, I believe?
No, that was Draven Collins.
Draven Collins, sorry.
It's all right, though. It's getting rough in there.
Yeah.
They're letting them play.
I can appreciate that.
Oh,
so does Joe Swanson.
I really like his game. Younce is a good player for a sophomore.
Yeah, great look right there inside to Slater, who did a nice job of moving without the ball.
Just plays so strong, gets his shoulders on. Once he gets his shoulders on you, you're in trouble. They've shown us a couple different defenses.
Nice move by Love. That's only his second basket of the night. He's had to work for him, but I like the way he's taken the ball to the hoop the last time, and along with Carpenter, they've got to play that way.
Yes.
Play through the contact. I feel like I've heard you say that for 20 years.
Yeah, you gotta not assume you're going to get fouled. A little floater right there, Grayson. Good defense.
Yeah.
That was a tougher shot.
That was
Made
a tough shot.
pull a little floater there from about 12 feet.
Collins got 5. He's averaging 9 coming into this one.
That's a tough shot.
Tough shot, and Carpenter buries it.
Good look and shot it with confidence. That was a tough one.
As we come into this one looking at field goal percentage, both teams knotted at 43% on the year, and this one's going a little faster pace, and bang, right on cue. That's Jaden Younts with another 3. And this one is getting out of control on the Warriors, 35-17.
Putting a lot of pressure on them to have to score every time down because we're just not getting stops.
Carpenter for 3, it's off. And that went into the hands of Eastbrook, and they are in control the whole way. And they're going to get a late call, and they're going to call that on Grayson Mealy. And that'll be his second, and that'll bring him to the bench, but
second shot, so he can't come in until the second free throw, but you're right. Looks like Durr's going to come in for him. Coach doesn't like that call. I think he's more working him on the last one that Grayson got called on. He shouldn't have called. This one maybe was a foul, but I think Coach is still mad about the one before.
Big Easy Elijah Durr comes in. And the first one was good, and so is the second one by Luthi. And there's a lot of scoring for a team that only averages 40. 7 on the year. They're
10 away.
Our defense gave up way too many in the first half. I don't know what he's calling here.
A little hand check. It's going to be out of bounds for Wes-Del. It was a hand check on.
And that's going to
Eastbrook.
Comes a substitution.
Now Kyler Hackman's coming in.
Yeah, it is Kyler Hackman replacing number 24, Jaden Younts. See if the Warriors can get a score here. I don't know where we threw that
deflection.
And that is turnover number 11 in the first half. And that's not going to be, you don't want 11 turnovers in the game.
Your goal is to be under 12 as a good high school team.
That's too easy. And a foul, and I think we got away with one there.
I think that Coach is screaming at him. He wants the last shot. Coach Liddick down there, and sometimes kids have their own mind. He thought that was the one.
Pulls off the dribble there, and it is off.
We'll take
Got to go. And that didn't work the first time. It didn't work the second time. 37-17, Eastbrook leads. We're going to have a little extended halftime break here, and we'll be back with some unofficial scoring in just a few minutes. That gives you time to go to the restroom, go into the kitchen, pop some popcorn, or go in and log on to Home or the Van Mater Reed Realty Group and start looking at houses. You need a new one. Welcome to halftime, folks, and let's do some unofficial scoring. Hope you're back. Hope you're comfortable. Hope you're enjoying Valentine's Day, and we appreciate if you are enjoying Valentine's Day tonight with us and with the Wes-Del Sports Network. We wish you the very best on this. What is it? The
14th.
Well, it's the 14th, but it's also, I think, what is it's all about cards and flowers and trying to help the florists and Hallmark get more sales. Anyway.
Last of the true romantics.
Wes-Del Warriors scoring in the first half. Unofficial results. Gabe Becerra has 3. Julian Carpenter with 6. Josiah Love with 4. And Grayson Mealy with 4. And that rounds out the scoring. Was not a high-scoring first half. Warriors are averaging 55 a game, and they're going to have to change things up to get there. The team that's averaging 47 a game, and they're only 10 away from that with that big first half, one of their biggest of the year, are the Eastbrook Panthers, and here's how their unofficial scoring goes. Number 2, Draven Collins had 5. Kyler Hackman, number 3, with 3. Matthew Slater, number 10, had 4. And number 20, Malachi Luthi, had 7. And number 24, Jaden Younts with 5. Number 33, Bodie Howell, had 9. And number 34, Reed Opperly, had 4. That's unofficial. If that doesn't total up, remember, I went to the school to the north that was red and black and had a bear for a mascot. Probably why I don't get the total right. Anyway, second half, Coach, coming out here in Warriors are on the floor, Panthers are on the floor, had their talk. It's got to be a defensive focus in the locker room that they just had with the Warriors if you're the coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're struggling to guard off the bounce, and it's one of the keys to the game was you got to keep our guy in front of us, and we are just not doing a very good job of that. They beat us in transition a few times, getting some easy points, which is frustrating as a coach, and they're also not able to keep our guy in front of us, which means that we have to help up. But when you have a good guard like Younts, he just finds the open guy. So they'll, even when we do stop the initial penetration, their action has been good enough that we're not getting through the screens or talking on our switches and just a lot of things. I'm sure Coach brought all of those things up. I'm not sure it was an effort issue as much as it just was communication issue and an issue of we've got to do a better job of slowing this team down. Like you said, averaging 47, they're at 37 already. And, you know, it's frustrating sometimes as a coach to go in there and you want to talk them through all this stuff, but we're almost to the end of the season. And these are things that coaches have talked about throughout the year, and we just got to do a better job of it.
Yeah, and it should be, if you're looking at your scouting report, which we have in front of us, it should be really equal on paper when you look at both teams shooting 43% from the field coming into this one, and the Panthers shooting 33% from three-point and the Warriors shooting 32%. The Panthers are making about 6 and a little change on three-pointers a game. They've already made 4. And the Warriors are averaging just about 6, and we've only made 1. And honestly, we haven't really taken a whole lot because of the pressure in that zone that's really caused us to turn the ball over. We have 11 turnovers unofficially in the first half. Some of that has to be shored up, but the real story right now is the fact that Howe coming into this one averaging 11, and he's already just almost at that average, and we've got to contain him and try to make somebody else beat us. But I think it goes back to just keeping the ball in front.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one thing that we always said as coaches is defense doesn't take talent. Defense just takes effort. And keeping somebody in front of you is something you should be able to do. And as you mentioned earlier, when someone breaks down and they get around you, it causes all that help to have to rotate. And it's been easy dump-offs when that's happened. Yeah. So we're going to try to contain that. How do the Warriors attack this zone if they continue to do this trap up top?
Well, Eastbrook's done a nice job of switching up their defenses on us, so we have to recognize that right away. I always like to have somebody up in the high post right away if we don't know what the defense is. That gives you a release valve if you feel pressure or you see a trap coming, and then you can move and slide it into your offense from there. But we're just going to have to recognize what zone they're in, and we're going to have to communicate that. We've got enough seniors on the floor that they've got to help do that. They've got to communicate that, and they've got to move to the open spots. A zone is only as good as the offense lets it be, really, honestly, because if you pass fake, shot fake, move the ball around and screen guys, you can get really good open shots in the zone.
And there you have it. We're almost 30 seconds away from the start of the second half. I want to thank Star Financial Bank. They are the scoreboard sponsor. You're going to see them scrolling. But we want to say, as you look at the screen, we've got the Van Mater Reed O'Reilly team as a sponsor, Budget Blind, Star Rocket, Dowling Dumpster Rentals, American Pest Professionals, and as we mentioned, Star Financial Bank. Star Bank, the choice of Wes-Del Community Schools since 4 moppy head boys from Liverpool came over and blew up the Ed Sullivan Show.
It's a really big shoe.
We're going to need a really big shoe. We're down 37-17 going into this one, and it's Eastbrook's ball. Here we're going to bring you the second half.
If you're Eastbrook, then here we're going to go a little 1-2-2. I think trap the first pass, and the backside is going to be open. You got to get something out of the first trap.
And there's a score. Nice hard take, and that is number 20, Malachi Luthi.
1-3-1 again. Gave us problems.
And they're just out hustling and deflecting. And
right there, Joe's got to understand and remember that he is way outside of that. No one's really guarding him in that spot. Drive and make someone guard you. There's 2 guys there right there guarding Julian. Move the ball, drive into gaps.
That's where we got to get to, the middle. And that one is off. And the rebound is to the Panthers. And here they come. 39-17, a bit of a shocker. Didn't expect this big of a lead, but all the credit goes to the Panthers. And that one is off, and here comes Julian Carpenter with the rebound.
Yeah, you got to get it out of that corner. Give somebody, where's your release?
And another kick. And
Joe's done that twice now. Joe's got to make a pass, fake a pass to make a pass, or drive at the gap. There you go, right there. 3 guys ended up guarding him. You get an open shot.
Well, Zatter's off on the 3, but the rebound into Becerra. Shot fake, and then he's up and scores it.
That's one way you can get offenses. In a zone, it's hard to block out. Go crash those offensive boards. Here comes the 1-3-1 again. We used to call that Fury. It's a 1-2-2.
You got to watch that back side.
Especially with the, there you go.
And there's a turnover. Love hard to the basket. A lot of contact. Kicked out to Grayson Mealy. Shot fake.
Move it.
And now you got to move without the ball. Too much standing around. That one's off by Lazatter. And rebound into the Panthers. One thing I've seen us do a lot this year, that one just fell right into their hands, is we stand and watch a little bit too much on the offensive end. That's a travel.
Could have been something. It sure seemed like it, unless they're calling the deflection, but I didn't see Joe getting the ball.
And the Panthers retain possession.
Backside.
And now a nice job from the backside.
Good block.
Julian Carpenter says return to sender. They're doing a nice job of moving the ball quick against this zone, not allowing the traps to get set.
Inside out action usually gives a good shot. It's hard to guard that long in a 1-2-2.
And that is Kyler Hackerman with a second three-pointer, and they're up to 5 3-pointers on the night, averaging 6 a game. They've got to move that ball really quick and can't be lazy with the pass. There you go, and that should be a score.
Short corner is good against the zone, man. Against any kind of zone you're playing, you get action right there. We call it short corner, which is just outside of the lane. Lazatter found himself there and got an open look, and now he's going to go get 2 free throws out of it.
Reed Alperley gets his second foul of the night. And Lazatter at the line, he hits the first one. Evan Lazatter started the year on the junior varsity, and just about 4 games back was elevated to varsity, and I've really liked what I've seen out of him.
He plays hard. There's always a spot for guys that play hard.
Second one is good, and now Carter Flynn will come in and give Lazatter a break. So on the floor for the Warriors is Carter Flynn, Grayson Mealy, Gabe Becerra, Julian Carpenter, and Josiah Love.
So now we're going to extend to a 3-quarter court 1-2-2. Almost, but he didn't establish himself.
Traps are getting too easy to get beat, and got to get the rebound. There we go. Becerra with it.
If they keep shooting threes, their percentages will be in our favor because they haven't shot the 3 great this year.
Oh, Grayson needed a turn. Nice jump move inside there. Way to split the defense, and Love's going to get to the line. I think Grayson didn't realize if he would have just turned right there, he might have had a layup.
Yeah, turn and face.
That's on 24. That is going to be Jaden Younts, his second. And Love will go to the line.
We had a rule for our post guys. I know you heard me say this a million times, but you have 3 options when you catch it as a post player. Shot, look for a shot, look for your buddy, look opposite against the zone. Shot, buddy, opposite.
It was tough for me because I didn't have any buddies.
No, they'll let you pass it to them. I guarantee you. They'll
That's
like
true.
you.
If you're passing the ball, everybody's your friend.
Everybody likes you.
42-23, and we got a skip pass, and they're going to get, what do they got, a timeout?
Called timeout.
Coach wishes he hadn't. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here.
I don't know how many times I've did that in my career. We call timeout just when something good was going to happen.
Let's look at the schedule and see if we can bring that out and see what's happening.
One of the nice things, Coach Nuck is in charge of this, and it's always been nice for Wes-Del. And it's because we do such a good job. We have the regional here tomorrow for 2 teams that will come in, and actually 4 teams. I'm sorry, there's 2 games is what I was trying to say. The 1A regional, and we have the 3A regional. So those teams will be coming in tomorrow. You drive by here, you'll see a whole bunch of cars coming in to watch both those games. 4 o'clock game and a 7 o'clock game.
And hopefully the weather allows them to travel safely, because I hear we're going to get a possibility of a little bit of ice.
Yeah, my guys are saying that.
I know your guys are on it. Blue River will be here at Wes-Del next Friday. We'll be bringing that one to you, and then that'll be the last one of the year for the Wes-Del Sports Network.
It's senior night, too.
What are we doing? So many fakes, they almost faked me out. Josiah Love scores it after
making a little run here.
After the Globetrotters came to town.
Flashing the backside, what they're trying to do.
They got him out of bounds on that. And
another turnover. So Wes-Del's coming back here with a little nice offensive push of their own.
6 unofficial turnovers for Eastbrook. They've really started to pick him up here in the third. Becerra with a hard drive. Looking for Grayson Mealy. Grayson Mealy lets one go, and it's good. It's a 2-pointer. And he buries that one for his 6th point. And now we've got the trap working. And now it's almost,
oh boy,
we got way too out of it, and he found Reed Opperly for a basket.
Most kids would have panicked right there, and he didn't. Stepped through the trap and found the open man. So we need to get back and get another stop.
And there's a shot up and good by Josiah Love. And Love now has 10 in the game, and a little bit of scoring coming from the Warriors.
Younts will take that 3.
And he got it. Everybody in the building knew he was going to take it, and the result was just like the last one. He hit it. Carter Flynn trying to answer. Oh.
Good hustle.
Oh, Becerra goes down hard. He's up and trying to get back into the action. And
wow.
Nice move.
Nice reverse layup.
And that's Howell, and he finally gets in the board of action here in the second half. He had a good first half.
And now kids use that reverse layup that much anymore, but that's a great shot. You can teach them to use it.
Dive. Middle's got to dive. When that ball comes over there and they leave you open, you've got to find the hole in the middle.
There's a good screen. Make them have to make a decision.
Julian Carpenter is off. Rebound and a lot of contact.
It's about a step too far right there. Keep working. You'll get that shot.
Becerra's been knocked down on multiple trips. Ooh, close to the out-of-bounds line.
We're really extending them. We just got to recover on this right here. The backside.
And they're getting Grayson on that one. That'll be his 3rd.
They're asking a lot from a post player there to come out, guard on the 3, then don't get beat on the drive.
Yeah.
They're asking a lot from a guy, but that's what you're going to do when you're running a 1-2-2 like that. So
they're going to get Durr and to replace Grayson Mealy, and
Woodyard.
Woodyard's going to get Becerra. Becerra beat up there on several possessions.
Going back man here. No, 2-3 zone out of bounds.
The old got to find the inbounder as he buries the 3.
Pick a side and screen the outside guy against the 2-3 zone.
Jaden Younts' 3rd, Coach.
Play's been around since Star Financial became our sponsor.
Became the corporate sponsor.
The old ball coach is in there tonight.
Yeah, the old ball coach is in there. Thanks for watching for the Richards coach, and maybe his whole family's watching. I don't know. We'll give a shout out to them. Nice slip.
Nice slip. We're going to call it on the floor. All right, we'll take it.
I don't know if I agree with it, but
well, he doesn't care.
Fouls on Younce's third, and we're going to take the ball out of bounds.
Did you have a chance to hear who our shooter's going to be here at the end of this quarter?
I didn't.
Me neither.
Oh. I think you just said that to remind me we're doing that.
I wouldn't do that.
That is all over the place. Who are they going to call here? It's going to be on Eastbrook.
Yes.
Which, if I'm Eastbrook, I'm like, what? It's 24 again. That's his fourth. That's Younce's fourth. They couldn't get him out quick enough.
Wow. Well, that's good for us.
Well, it hurts because Eastbrook's always better when they've got a little bit more Younce for the ounce.
I think that they're arguing it should have been someone else, and I don't know that I disagree with it. I thought it was a different.
Oh, that's a foul.
Now we're getting a little more aggressive around the rim. You just hope it's not too little too late. But
well, I think if you just get in the mix in there, he'll give it to you. Just judging by.
Yeah, he's the way he's called it.
Yeah. And I think the coach is feeling the same way.
He's
for
asking.
Eastbrook.
He wants a clarification on that last foul.
Josiah Love hits the first one.
He's trying to get the other official to come over. He thinks he reported the foul wrong, but
I don't think they're going to go back in time.
that is a correctable error, but I don't know that they will.
Going to go back in time.
He's going to go see. He's going to talk about
Who'd
it.
they give the foul to?
They gave it to Younce originally, and I think he's thinking it should have been on someone else, so now they're going to talk about it. And like I said, this is a correctable error by the officials. There are some things they can switch and some things they can't. This is one of those that's a correctable error.
Wish there was more.
Well, yeah, when I was coaching, I sure did too. But
we'll see if they correct it. They're going to come back over, and it is. The coach is correct. They'd had the wrong one.
Got my niece is watching over there in Oak Hill land. She's got the game on the TV. So,
well, shout out to her.
Thanks for watching, Laney.
So I think the adjustment is going to be that foul was not on Younce. We don't know who it was on because I don't know if they'll announce it. We don't get those kind of.
On number 24, Jaden Younce, but number 20, Malachi.
20. Yeah,
20, Malachi Luthi. So Younce only has 3 then.
Zach Todd's laughing about it, saying, did you have to fix that? We liked it better when it wasn't.
Yeah. It's grandparents' night, 1:32 to go, and the Warriors down 52-30. At this point, you've got to say to yourself, maybe we should have just let the grandparents play.
Well, it would have been interesting, but I don't know that we want to do that.
I mean, that would have been my talk at halftime. Listen, guys, it's grandparents' night. You think your grandparents wanted to get out in this cold for this?
Well, that might, so that I could agree with. It's really attacking us.
What is that?
Should be a jump travel. Okay.
I mean, it had to be a foul or a travel, so I knew there had to be a whistle somewhere. 123. I'll give the officials a lot of credit for going back and fixing that error. That's a nice job by the crew to get together and make that right.
Usually, and I know this was in my case, this was you, but I always had somebody in charge of fouls.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would have caught that right away. Oh, nice steal by Durr.
Nice steal. Oh, and then right back the other way. There was 2 turnovers back to back right there. The Warriors are going to have to
take care of the ball.
Really have to take care of the ball and try to get some stops.
Yeah, they had a cutter wide open. This pressure is bothering them without Younce in there.
I have been very impressed with how they're moving the ball.
Well, the ball gets to the middle, and good things are going to happen.
He traveled, but
they don't call that anymore.
No. We do it just as much as they do. So if you're an Eastbrook fan, I'm not being particular. The kids travel a lot more than they used to, but I'm an old man.
It is grandparents' night.
It is grandparents' night. These old young whippersnappers. I don't know.
Got to go through contact. Coach Liddick's more mad that they didn't get over in position. If he says if you were in position, then you have a steal.
Yeah, fouls on number 3. That's Kyler Hackman. That's Hackman's only his first.
I found in high school basketball one of the hardest things to guard is the slip, because kids just don't communicate like you want them to. And right there, Durr wasn't as much a slip as it was maybe a roll, but same action. And coach was not very happy that beat him to that spot, because if he does, he's right. He's got to steal.
It's hard to stop Big Easy when he's slipping. A little bit of 2-2-1. What we got? What's he calling?
Calling a travel here.
Ooh.
And I'm telling you, when Younce is not in the game, they struggle with the traps. They struggle with the pressure. I'm sure coach will bring him in if they got that.
Since it was only 3, yeah. And
I'm sure he'll start the 4th.
I would assume. He's a nice player.
Woodyard, that would be nice.
Catch and shoot. He was ready to go on that one. Knocked away, and they're going to say off Lazatter.
0.2 of a second.
Not a lot you can do with 0.2 of a second.
You can catch it and hand it back to the ref. You can't.
And that's exactly. Did you have a time machine on that one?
Listen, maybe I should have coached for 30 years.
It's that time. Let's see who the shooters are. Here comes Coach Knuckles. This is the Montgomery Insurance halftime shoot. Looks like a cheerleader.
Bailey Combs.
Bailey Combs is going to be the student shooter. Let's see who.
Oh, looks like we may have.
Is that the professor?
Looks like it might be.
The Professor Connor Martin, the band director.
Mr. Martin's going to shoot.
All right, Bailey's back
Bailey
now.
is up first.
Bailey's going to give it a try, and no.
Maybe bounce. Oh, no. Connor Martin going to try and see if he can do any better, and it's just a little short.
No,
but he's
safe. He's safe.
Slides in there. Money is safe tonight.
He'll be feeling that one tomorrow. Too bad. Mrs. Burkett is home ill. And she's got to watch the IU and Wes-Del. But it's not a bad Friday night, other than we hope you get better soon.
Yeah.
Well, the illness has been moving all about the area.
I don't even know if I told you this, but
you didn't.
Yeah, probably not. I'll try not to talk to you, and I don't have to. But anyway,
are we going to get to this, or are we going to?
I had somebody reach out to me after last week's game, and Madison Grant fan, just telling me how much they loved watching our live stream, and how much they how good of a job they thought that we did. And I just told them I appreciate it. I said we just do it for fun, and then. As we were talking here, I got somebody else is out there, another coach, I won't mention them, is out watching us and saying that they're loving it. They're from another a rival school, but
we
watching us
appreciate
right now, and it's nice to hear that from those guys. He says that I don't want to brag on you, so I won't say it, but he talked about how you're carrying the show.
Well,
I think he's just jabbing at me because
I'd have to agree with him, but while that's going on, and Josiah Love gets fouled, and he's going to the line and gets the first one. But whether it be this live stream or
any of them, we have to pass the bug over to Mr. Producer. He's the real star here.
I was talking, but I'll finish. Whether it's the live stream or coaching alongside you or teaching with you, I have carried you for years.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's left him, and it's off. Good block out by Josiah Love.
Yeah, it was. So now Wes-Del's going to have to play at a little quicker pace than they have been.
Real fast. There's Durr. Out to Grayson. Grayson trying to get inside. He gets fouled.
Yeah, call it offensive. I think the first one, you used his shoulder. I don't know about the second one. I think it looked a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, well. is what it is. You know, it's hard for a kid that's a football guy to sometimes adjust to it.
Well, over my years, I've coached a lot of football guys, and I'll take them because you need that strength, you need those screens, you need that toughness. So you know you're going to get a couple of those fouls every game. It's a basketball coach, you're okay with it.
Nice trap here. Let's see if we can get his backside.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, he had him. He just didn't throw it.
That's because Younce is not in the game.
Oh, a nice block from Josiah Love, and we got to go. And Love has it, and he's taking it to the basket hard. A lot of contact, no call, and Love gets it to go. And that's the action they need, Coach. Quick scores.
Yeah, it's got to be quick. I can't imagine Younce is going to stay over here very long.
Oh, it's not Mrs. Burkett. It's Craig. He's home ill. Okay, sorry. Well, we still wish you the best, too. It's getting better just because it's you. I hope you get better soon, Craig. Josiah just missed. There's been a lot of those lately in his game. They're going to get Durr with a foul.
Yeah. Well, right now you're going to have to take some chances. You're going to have to try to get some hands-on passes.
Well, and honestly, Coach, you want to get to that bonus if you're going to need to stop the clock if you do make a run and you can get close. But we're going to have to, it's 6-12 and they're taking a timeout. And let's just say this: where would you want? You got to make it several games within a quarter.
Yeah.
Where would you like to be by the 4-minute mark?
Well,
if you could,
I want to try to get it to 10 points with 4 minutes to go, and that can put the pressure back on them. You get it to around 10. Our goal would be to get it under 10 by under 4 minutes. But the thing you have to impress to your team is you can't get that all back on one shot. You can't. It's got to come in what we were just doing, quick, aggressive attacks. But you can't throw up bad shots. You got to get good shots, and that can happen in transition, or that can happen in quick hitters. But you got to get good shots quickly.
Want to thank our sponsors, a couple of them, Star Rocket Media. Call Tim Wilson if you need any of your signage needs, your advertising needs, anything like that. And Dowling Dumpster Rentals. If you've got trash, Mike Dowling wants it. He loves trash. We're back in action here. Eastbrook has it here, the 52-35 lead. And I have just been really impressed with how they've handled the pressure and moved the ball, speaking of the Panthers. And there they get a layup out of it.
They're not panicking at all. And it's just a lot to ask from your defense to try to get that many traps. You got to get a hand or a deflection on one of those balls early in the possession. Oh,
almost turned over there and still loose on the floor. But a nice pass. Oh, that was actually a double dribble he got away with. They'll probably call the bobble rule, so we'll give him that. But nice look by the King Julian on the floor to get it to Lazatter.
Yeah, he was sitting on his rear end when he threw that one. The middle is wide open again.
Oh, we got to get over. And I was going to say,
probably better that they called the foul right there, because otherwise it's going to be an open layup.
I don't know what happened to the whistle. The one official's whistle wasn't working or something. Evan Lazatter picking up his third.
Put his hand up in the whistle.
Whistle fell out of his mouth.
Blew the whistle right out of his mouth. He and Coach are laughing about it because he was trying to figure out why it took him so long to call that. But there's your answer.
How much different do you think the game would be if they used slide whistles?
Like to see it. Oh, boy, he got a block out right there.
And the rebound put back by Reed Opperly. He's had a nice game as well. He and Howell both. And I tell you what, they're already 10 points above. That was
close.
Close to a goaltend.
We haven't had to say that in this gym a whole lot.
Not since.
Oh, it's been a while.
Not since I can remember. Fouls on number 22. And that is Miles Brown. Back in is Draven Collins. And on the floor right now for the Warriors is Becerra, Gabe Becerra, Julian Carpenter, Josiah Love, Carter Flynn, and the great Elijah Durr. Steal by Love.
So why he threw that? He didn't need to. Nobody was guarding him.
And they got a foul on the floor here.
Be out of bounds.
57-38, 5-minute mark. This is a pivotal point in the game for the Warriors to try to get something offensively going. And we still sit at 1 3-pointer, which especially Josiah, he's known for his shooting.
Yeah, just hasn't gotten very many good open looks. He wanted it right there, and there's one.
There's one.
He heard you.
Bang! Josiah Love. And you've got it down to a 16-point lead. Now you've just got to get stops.
I don't know if something happened to Younts or what, but
yeah, I know what you're saying. We get a steal, and they're going to say that's off of Carpenter. Here comes Lazatter to give Carter Flynn a break. And here he comes. Jaden Younts is coming back in.
I mean,
maybe they were still under.
He only thinks he has 3.
Yeah, maybe they were still under the impression, but
I don't know.
This will make things a little more difficult for the Warriors, as Younts is a good leader and floor general here. That's another one. Layup.
Once they get the ball to the high post, we've had trouble with it.
And that's Brody Howe, who is having one heck of a game tonight. He has been one of their leaders offensively. Warriors have to get going. Moving this. Nice pass.
Oh, boy.
Got to look to score. I don't know if that was right or not.
I don't know.
And they're telling the coaches to sit down. And I don't know. That was a tough spot, and I think you're going to see some frustration.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. They both said the same thing. He's coming over to ask about it.
He's going to warn them and tell them the coaches are going to have to sit down. Well, whatever it was, it's going to. I mean, there's no way to go back in time and change it, but here we go. The backside again. They're going to get a block and they're going to count it. And it was the right call.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hate to admit it, that's the right call.
Tough transition of events that drives it back up to a 20-point lead, and it's going to bring Grayson Mealy back in the game for Lazatter, which just means you're bringing 4 fouls in for 4 fouls, but you got to do it. And with a chance for the buy one, get one is number 20. It's Luthi.
And he still talking about that play down here.
Yeah, I think Coach Burgett says at this point I'm going to get my money's worth.
Yeah, 1-3-1. We got to move the ball quick. Back the gap.
Josiah Love for 3 on the way. It's off. Rebound to Durr. Durr right back up with it and scores it.
Oh, boy. Way to take it up strong. Kept the ball above his head. Used the backboard.
Skip pass, and the Panthers have handled the trap pretty well.
Younts lets the trap come to him, because if you're a guy that doesn't panic and you're a point guard, you want the trap to come to you.
That's the shot you want him taking, though.
Yes. Because you know if the trap's coming, someone's open.
They're going to get Becerra, I think.
Yeah, to push off away from the ball.
And that'll be his second.
I think that's 2 shots. I thought it was just going to be out of bounds. But no.
We've hit the limit.
Yep.
We have, as the Eagles have said, we have taken it to the limit.
One more time.
Well, I don't have that peaceful, easy feeling about this one.
No. I don't either.
At the line is Draven Collins.
That was short.
Basketball's a witchy woman. And Dirt. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I don't know how that one didn't go in.
All the way down and out. That's the story for tonight of the Warriors. Skip pass. And a smart move there to not.
Oh, boy.
This one's loose on the floor. They got Grayson Mealy. They got a jump ball. I don't know if I would. We'll let it go with a jump ball. I think Grayson could have been called for a foul.
I thought he was okay. I don't think he
dove right on top of him.
Yeah, he had put the other hand down. Luckily for that kid, he had his other hand to brace it. You got to know where everybody's at on the floor.
And that's over to the Warriors. We got to go. We got to go, boys. There you go, Julian. All the way. Make them foul you. Nice. King Julian with a little Iceman George Gervin.
Right over the top.
For those of you that can date yourself back to the 70s.
Oh, yeah. I like that'll be
That's it
Grayson's
for
fifth.
Grayson. His fifth foul, and he will go out. Not a bad night for Grayson. He had 6 points and worked hard on the rebounding side, but here comes Luke Woodyard. So that's a first game this year he's fouled out of, surprisingly. I did fall out of your chairs, folks. 2:19 to go. It's 63-45.
You got another shot here, guys. You shoot two. Nice try, though. Try to trick him out.
I like it. You got to try whatever you can.
Trust those lion eyes sometimes.
There he gets the second one.
Well, it's hard to dribble through there. You got to move. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds, but that's the right spot. The middle is where you want to get that ball. Short.
Honestly, at this point, I think the Panthers could just take it easy.
They could.
Oh, the three. He was left alone in this. And this is not going well at this point as time is running down for the Warriors. And that's a foul on Luke Woodyard.
They've really hurt us on that backside because you're just asking a lot of big guys to come out for that long of a period of time. I know I mentioned it several times, but they really do a nice job of spreading the floor. When Yeltsin is in the game, it's just really hard to trap him because he just doesn't panic. I know I've talked about him a lot, but I really like his game as a sophomore. I think he's going to be a good player in Grant County to watch.
Yeah, I agree with you. That one falls out. Subbing in now is number 3, Kyler Hackman. You know, the Warriors just running out of time here, and it's hard not to think that on a Valentine's night we were just a victim of love.
Victim of love, yeah. Still in the 1-3-1.
Yeah, they're not moving away from it.
Slowing it down. Joe with a backside three.
It's just short. And out of bounds over to the Panthers.
Cheerleaders got out of the way. I noticed.
I did. They made a very athletic move to get out of there.
Let's get out of the way. Coach Liddick's team comes over. He's going to put his subs in. And first-year coach, the new kid in town, but he's doing really well with this group.
Oh, and a three
on the backside.
Just on the backside of that.
The coach is going to call timeout to get these subs in.
And that's a great move. We'll conduct research.
And Coach Burkett will do the same.
Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. For Coach Burkett, sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not. Tonight's just one of these nights.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Thought you were going Jerry Reed on me there for a second. I'm hot.
Sometimes you're not. Son. Riker Malk in the game, and
Braden Hensley.
And Graydon Hensley and Brecken Stevenson and Brady Leisure and the younger, my boy, Brody Becerra.
Riker's going to get 2 free throws out of this foul because aggressive play at the top.
I will say, going back and looking, Bodie Howe had a nice night.
Yes, he did.
And as we talked about, he's such a quick kid. And he was a big part of it for him tonight. But I'm telling you what, I hope he runs track because he's living life in the fast lane.
He is. There's going to be a heartache tonight for the Warriors. They'll have to rebound.
Sometimes with our defense, I just can't tell you why. I can't tell you why it ends us with 3 right on cue. And that
see if Wes-Del will even take another shot.
Yeah, number 24 with that one.
Throw it up here and let Graydon take a 3.
Jaden Younce's 4th 3.
They're just going to dribble it out.
Well, it wasn't the Warriors' night on Valentine's, and they are not going to get. They're not going to get a card from Eastbrook. Instead, they're going to get an L, and the Warriors go down 72-46. We're going to take a quick break as they shake hands, do some unofficial scoring, and we'll be back here to finish things up on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here at Richard E. Johnson. We want to thank all of our sponsors, the Van Mater Reed Realty Group, Coldwell Banker, Budget Blinds, Star Rocket Media, Dowling Dumpster Rentals, American Pest Professionals, and Star Financial Bank. Let's do some unofficial scoring. First for the Eastbrook Panthers, who were victorious tonight, 72-46. Unofficial, we have Draven Collins with 7, Kyler Hackman with 9, Matthew Slater with 4, Malachi Luthi with 14, Jaden Younce with 14, Bodie Howe with 14, and Reed Opperly with 10. So they put 4, almost 5 in double digits tonight. A great night offensively for the Eastbrook Panthers, and a lot of credit goes to them for their defense as well. The Wes-Del Warriors, unofficial scoring in no particular order. Gabe Becerra had 5, Evan Lazatter with 6, Julian Carpenter with 8, Josiah Love with 17, Elijah Durr with 4, and Grayson Mealy finished with 6. Again, that's not the official book, so we may be off a little bit. And Coach, tonight it had a lot to do with the defense early, and I just feel like when it comes to attacking when they went to attacking the basket, Eastbrook went with a purpose, and we just always felt like we were playing from behind from that aspect.
Yeah, they were the aggressor tonight. a couple of things I thought, noticing we're still struggling to guard the dribble, and we're going to have to clear that up before we head into sectional play. And we just are not moving, aggressively enough on the offensive end. And both those things, also throw into the fact that we had way too many turnovers, especially in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what our official total was, but
unofficially, I have us at 13, but I believe I missed a few.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we're in the range of 15 to 18.
Yeah, so that many turnovers. And then you give up more points than, we're typically giving up. That's just not a great combination. That's more possessions for the other team. You got to sure up that, and it's not something that I know Coach hasn't talked about. It's something that we've talked about in the pregame. It's something we talked about personally, just one-on-one, about their struggles to guard off the dribble. And you can't give up easy points and then turn the ball over, and it's just not a recipe for success against good teams. And so Eastbrook, I was impressed with the way they play. They're trending in the right direction. I think Coach Liddick's doing a nice job.
Yes.
And they're very young, so they'll be a team to watch out for next year.
I think the Panther fans have a lot to be excited about in the future, and I think Coach Liddick's doing a really nice job there. And we wish them all the best as they move forward into sectional play. I'm not sure, because I've been away from it so long, where they go and who they're involved in. And looking in the chat, looks like
Coach's wife
is in there. We really appreciate you for watching, and just props to your coach. And I want to say something about, we know this particularly, there's no harder job than to be a coach's wife.
Oh my gosh.
Or even an administrator's wife. Those are two of the toughest positions to be in. This time of year, you don't see your husband, and you know it. You don't see the kids. You missed a lot of daddy-daughter dances over your time, and it's tough on the coaches. Whether you're a winner or loser, you're a winner all the time in our book. And these guys are great family people. And just as we speak about great coaches, we've got Josh Burkett with us here, and I'm going to get out of the way. Coach, you can talk to Coach Burkett here after the game.
Coach, I'm just going to open it up to you. I'll let you, unless you need a break from talking probably, but I'm just going to let you talk about whatever you want.
So obviously 14 turnovers in the first half is what we unofficially had. Multiple times, you call them kills when you get 3 stops in a row. They got 3 stops in a row. I think they had 3 kills in the first half. So obviously that kills your momentum or any chance of competing in a game. So we were down 20 at halftime. Our halftime conversation was, we got to not turn the ball over. We're going to just pressure the entire second half. If anything, we're going to get conditioning out of this. But if you're not going to play hard, you're not going to play. Yep. So also, if you don't know what you're doing when you come in, you're not going to play. I'm going to take you out and put somebody else in, because we got 13 guys sitting here. Somebody's going to be ready to go. So that was what we were doing in the second half, and I think we won the third quarter. We were steady in the fourth. But, it's just, we can't dig ourselves a big hole in that first half.
Yeah, it's exactly what you talk about. And, it's sometimes we think it's coach speak, but it's really not. I mean, the two things I thought we struggled with tonight, take care of the basketball. In the good teams, you can't turn the ball over. Like you said, that's more possessions for them. And the other thing I thought is we struggled to stop them off the dribble, like you talked about in the pregame, that I know you're working on. And we can only do so much as coaches. You put them in the right position, and you got to perform.
Yeah, when you're watching the game, if you're watching it at home, I know it's a similar or better view probably than I even have on the sideline, but our offensive possessions look really hard. Their offensive possessions look really easy.
Yep.
That's losing basketball. If you can't keep anybody in front, you're going to lose every game. If you can't make open shots, you're going to lose every game. That's basketball. That's the name of the game. And we did not do a good job of it. Obviously, in the first half especially, we shouldn't have to run a bunch of junk defense to cause a team to be confused on what's happening.
Right.
That's not an indication of a solid program. So we've got to be able to sit down and guard somebody, and we're not doing it right now.
Yeah, and so then, as a coach, you're searching, trying to find the right thing all night, and it just becomes a frustration to you, to the guys, and it kicks you totally out of the game plan that you had going into the game.
Absolutely, and that's why I told them at halftime, there's nothing that we can do that we've worked on all week to get ready for them. We've got to completely junk this game up and see if we can cause some turnovers and maybe make a run. And I know that we're not built that way. And I know that that's not what we're necessarily good at. We are in spurts when you surprise them.
Yes.
Like we might get it to 13, 14,
right.
but they're going to get it to 20 again because it's like if you go gamble, you might win big early, and then if you stay too long, you're going to lose all that money. And that's the way I feel when we have to do that stuff. It's not what we do. It's just not who we are.
Right.
We have to be able to guard somebody in the half court.
Well, the good news is it wasn't our last game. It
Right.
wasn't sectional. We're building towards something bigger. Sectional is wide open. You and I had a good talk about that today. I feel like it's right there for you. So going into next week, it's really important for us to fix a few of those things that you've been talking about at practice and our last conference game here and senior night.
Yeah, we got obviously a Blue River team coming in. They're playing really well right now. They had like a whole new roster. They had so many seniors last year, but they're playing well. I've watched them on film already, and so we're going to have to come ready to go.
Yeah.
And I hope that we do.
Well, have a good week of practice. Go home and get some rest, and we'll be back at it right here at home next week.
Thanks, guys.
And there you have it. You have Coach Burkett sitting down here after the game with Coach Mack, and we kind of can't really beat on anything else. It's all right there. We've talked about it, and a lot of credit goes to the Panthers for coming in here and from the tip just playing a really good, well-coached game, and they played their game plan. And I was really impressed with the way they handled the traps and they moved the ball. And on our side of things, we just got to shore up a few things. We got 2 more games left in the season. Senior night, then we go on the road to Southern Wells. A reminder, next Friday we'll be bringing you senior night right here from Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, K. Saunders Court from the campus of Wes-Del. You'll be here with Coach Mack, myself, and as always, Mr. Romine, Mr. Producer, does a fantastic job. Want to give a shout out to him for bringing you all the replays, bringing you all of the camera angles, bringing you all of the technology. Believe me, the two of us can't do that. But we appreciate all you who have watched. If you would, and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That helps us out. We have a lot of subscribers. We're really proud of that. And a reminder, you can always catch through the week middle school games or any other games throughout the year, not just the varsity games on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We stream them all. That way, if you can't make it, maybe you're working a second shift or you've got something else going on, you can watch it right there on your phone on the YouTube channel. So we appreciate all of you. But on behalf of Mr. Romine and Coach Mack, and on behalf of all of our sponsors, the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, Budget Blinds, Star Rocket Media, Dowling Dumpster Rentals, American Pest Professionals, and of course, the bank of choice for over 60 years, Wes-Del Community Schools, Star Financial Bank. I'm the Superintendent Kyle Mealy. We'll see you next week on the Wes-Del Sports Network.